Walk with me, lead the way, I will follow. You woke me up, I no longer feel hollow. We can help each other through this ever-changing weather. Explore every bend of the road together. An open heart when your world is a mess. That's the only kind of love, the only kind of love. No need for presents or a fancy dress. That's the only kind of love, the only kind of love I need. Walk with me, leave your troubles behind you.
One morning at home in the fall, I awoke in the wee hours per usual, and though I practically had every Outer Banks real estate listing memorized, I felt compelled to open up the listings one more time on my phone. A 5-bedroom oceanfront house in Duck had popped up in the middle of the night. The listing said the property was most likely subdividable and could become 2 lots, though it was listed at only the price of 1 lot. The house looked like it needed a lot of work, but had massive ocean views. It was a Technicolor moment I remember in great detail, the slight energy buzzing feeling still palpable. I woke Dave up, I'm super considerate like that, and showed him the listing. We made an offer and our contract was accepted and ratified before any other offers could be made. By the time I got back into bed that night, we had an oceanfront beach house project we had never set foot in. I was in shock. It was an intimidatingly large project for the business to take on financially and would require an almost perfect execution on the renovation side to be done within budget and in time for next summer's market. We were taking one of our biggest risks yet.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Be free with me. Be free. Be free. Be free with me.
We are headed to check out the Dune House down in Outer Banks, see how it goes. Turning down the old gravel road to Dune House, I realized I recognized the street from my summer living in the Outer Banks during college and going to parties on the street.
You are now live.
Okay guys, here we are in the Outer Banks and we are at the house that we're getting and renovating. We're naming it Dune House. You'll see why. Dave is filming and we have never seen this place before, only in pictures. I'm so nervous right now, you guys. I'm basically finding out how much money we need to spend right now. Look at this. I'm gonna lose my mind. In the perfect loaf of sourdough. All right, guys, I'm excited to tell you about the coolest thing that we have recently signed up for: mail order organic sourdough. We love sourdough over here. For years, we were trying to make it. I am doing the next best thing. We found a company that will send you organic mail order sourdough. This is incredible. It comes frozen. You just have to bake it. It's already made. So all of the hard part was done, but you still get all the benefits of having organic sourdough. For the busy life that we have with 5 kids and both of us working full time, I think this is gonna be life-changing. I think I'm gonna be their best customer. So let's see how it goes. Preheat the oven to 425, put the loaf on the middle rack without a baking sheet for 18 to 24 minutes. Bake until the crust is dark golden brown. My gosh, that smells like heaven. This is beautiful. All right, so I have let this rest for about 20 minutes and it is time to cut into the sourdough and try it. Look at that, steamy. And look at it melting. Yay, Wildgrain. I'm into it. Do you like it? Are you excited? We can have bread again.
Even this bread alone tastes delicious.
Without the butter?
Click the link in the description and use my code HEALTHYLAUREN30 to get $30 off your first box plus free croissants for life.
Can't wait to try the chocolate chip cookies. Okay, so this is the great room. It smells good in here.
I was elated and afraid all at once. The house itself had incredible bones, but the condition was much worse than we thought it would be.
Can you guys hear the water? I'm like, can we walk on it? This is amazing.
You test it out first for me,
Okay,
babe.
we'll go check out the water later, but this is a pretty sick location. I'm kind of excited about this. Okay.
It wasn't hard to envision how incredible DUNE House would be after a renovation, but it was hard to stomach the numbers that were adding up in my mind.
That definitely needs repair. Here it is.
The renovation would consist of rearranging the floor plan considerably, moving bathrooms, the kitchen, and adding a loft and a family room in order to maximize the house's function. I wanted the place to be the perfect vacation house for big groups of friends or families to hang out. We knew that renovating the house and subdividing the lot wasn't the most financially lucrative move for the property, but I could not imagine tearing this place down and putting a massive 12-bedroom house up. So renovating it was. There was lots to explore in the house for the kids, including the original sauna that had been built in the house in the 1980s.
Is this a little jail for kids? Okay, let's not play in there, okay?
We'd always loved the idea of fixing up houses and turning them into vacation rentals, and so DUNE House would be our first attempt at this.
Welcome to DUNE House.
Like so many projects, this one began with exhilaration and dreaming, along with a not-so-tech-savvy Instagram live video.
We're kind of like 80 years old. I don't know how to get off. If it's Zoom, there should be a leave meeting button. Now we're those sad people walking around in public, filming ourselves on social media. No.
We headed back home to Virginia to get the design plan started. We could see that it was going to be a very extensive and expensive renovation, and so we had to execute everything perfectly in order to get DUNE House ready in time for the summer market. Living in Virginia and working on projects in the Outer Banks meant lots of road trips with the kids. DUNE House is located in Duck, North Carolina, which is just south of Corolla, where our Lost Cottage is. It has a very different sand coloring and texture than the beaches in Corolla. Corolla's sand is whiter and more fine, whereas the sand in Duck is more tan with a beautiful pinky peach mixed in. I wanted the house to feel like an extension of the dune and use those pinky peach grains of sand as inspiration for the house's palette. Although it was a bit of a challenge to be going back and forth so much between Virginia and the Outer Banks during the school year, especially when the kids were in school, we really cherished those moments of being in the Outer Banks during the off season when it's really, really empty. I've been going to the Outer Banks since I was a kid with my mom, and during my college years, I lived in the Outer Banks for a summer, working with one of my best friends at a restaurant. We shared a small 2-bedroom apartment with way too many other kids. But being a local, even if only for a summer, changes things. You see a place differently, and you appreciate all the work that goes into making a town, its shops, activities, and food, ready for the steady stream of vacationers. When Dave and I went to the Outer Banks after all of those years and found the Lost Cottage, a lot of my friends were still there, and so we get to hang out with them in the off seasons, and the kids know and love them too. Our sons got summer jobs down in the Outer Banks and began working for some of my friends, which was a very full circle moment. Most locals in the Outer Banks live intentionally, making time every day for nature, savoring it with a walk or a bike ride to work, yoga on the beach, fishing, surfing on days off, or squeezing in beach trips with the kids before their shifts start. Locals have a raw grit and determination I don't see as much of at home. They laugh easily and tell it like it is, speaking directly and openly, and know how to have a good time. I've noticed a remarkable inner strength, a steel core of sorts, and many of them. It must have something to do with the beautiful harshness of the ocean and its effect upon those who spend the most time with it. Beach towns often have tight-knit communities that feel more like families to help everyone through the off-season. I've watched sadly too many times as the community in my beach town has banded together after loss. And though painful, this all hands on deck lifting up of one another without hesitancy demonstrates an inspiring resiliency. Our kids have gotten to see all of this, and I hope that one day they too will have this kind of inner strength. Cooking has always been a big bonding activity for our family, and so while we're in the Outer Banks so much in the off season planning DUNE House, we got lots of fresh seafood and made lots of amazing meals. We headed back down to the Outer Banks with its angry January ocean to review the design plans with our contractor.
The first time I gave you a tour of this place was the first time I'd actually laid eyes on it after we'd already made an offer. So it was a bit deer in the headlights, but now I'm gonna tell you what we're doing. We've met with the contractors and it is all possible. If you look here, this is the great room. These stairs that are kind of in your face when you first walk in the house are going away. We're moving the new stairs here where there's currently a closet, and this is gonna become a family room. And we're gonna put a wall there in the kitchen, and there will be like a sectional TV kind of kid hangout space, game room. And then this wall here is gonna all open up, and we're gonna put the kitchen on the back side so it has the water views or the dune views. So I've designed the kitchen layout at this point. There will be a wall here, just totally solid. So there's gonna be a range centered on this wall. I love a good centered range to make a really pretty focal point. And I got my favorite kitchen layout here, which would then be a sink centered on the perpendicular wall to the range. So sink centered here. We're gonna do refrigerator over here, all new big, I think I have a 7-foot window going above the sink. So we have a bit wider, really big window above the kitchen sink. Then there's gonna be a smaller island in the center of the kitchen, and then there's gonna be a big old long peninsula coming out from this side here. So up here, and then there'll be all these bar stools here from the great room, and then you'll walk in the kitchen from over there. The ocean, the storms, the wind have really wreaked havoc on the house and on the windows. So we're basically completely rebuilding this entire wall, putting in new windows. I have my very quiet game players over here. They've been promised that lunch will be quicker if they're quiet, right guys? So there they are, they've been really good, thank you guys.
I'm starving.
She's starving, okay, I'm gonna go fast. Come see here. You can see the deck is literally missing. Part of the reason we got a very good deal on the house. And then we're gonna go through and steal a storage room and make like a beautiful like soaking tub and really big primary bathroom. It's so pretty. We're gonna keep this shower. It's not a shower. We're gonna keep this closet.
Somebody's hungry.
What?
Somebody's hungry.
I'm really hungry. So if you look here, this is that storage room. It's gonna become the bathroom. Okay, so this is the area that I've been making fun of myself for, but I'm also extremely excited about, the sky bar. So it's gonna be this really cool loft that is at the top of the stairs. Instead of wasting all this square footage on these big stairs here, because they're gonna be shoved over here, we'll get this really cool, just kind of like family room, game room, lounge area. And just, I don't know, it's gonna just be so great to just sit here and enjoy those views. This is a really cool little suite. There's like a big primary bedroom in there that we're gonna do a king size bed in. And then on the other side, there's a trundle bedroom. We have the two little girls would be staying near us. We'd share a bathroom with them. We could close this door for like privacy from everybody else. But it's almost like you have your own little apartment in here. Then our bedroom would be this way. So in my mind, this is my bedroom for when I stay here. So I made it really pretty. And it's just like beautiful views. Like I'm just staring at ocean. Just love it. Oh, and I'm doing a lot of pink in this house. So like pinky peach sandy colors. Then we have the bunk room. We're getting 6 beds in here. We're gonna build bunk beds in. Then we have another big king bedroom in here. I love this furniture so much. We just don't have a need for twin furniture. So we gotta give this away. I love it. And I feel like that is like pretty much it for the most whirlwind tour ever, because I do not want these little ones to get hangry. I feel like they deserve like ice cream. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. You guys were so good.
We're just gambling.
Oh, good. Gambling.
Aurora is destroyed Justin.
I'm getting ready.
I'm the house. She has more money than the house, Mom.
You have more money than the house?
Yeah, and
How is she so good at
they're
that?
just taking loans from the house.
She has little hands.
We'll keep them here, but yeah,
Yeah, she's got little hands.
That's how she's winning so much. She has little hands.
I had just finished writing my 4th book, Beach Life, and so for spring break, we went down to the Outer Banks with the kids to photograph some of our completed projects, which would be featured in the book.
Thank you, God. Huh?
It's a video.
Everyone leaves the house, you just prowl for food? Yeah?
Project-based work like ours in the interior design industry and writing a book, editing a book, installing houses, and doing photo shoots of the houses can make for really long days. And so sometimes the kids just need a little bit of extra love. Wanna come help Mommy look for flowers?
Are you bringing your helpers here?
Come on, guys.
Oh, these are wild strawberries. I foraged in our backyard at the Lost Cottage to find greenery to bring in to the photo shoots that would be taking place that week. Bay myrtle and Russian olives, among other things, are some of my favorites to bring into houses to give them a bit of greenery in life.
All right, I feel like this is good from here. I love that. Right, we're down in the Outer Banks and we are heading to our good friend Mara and Don's place, Hill Cottage, to shoot day 1 of book 4.
Our longtime friend and photographer Helen Norman met us down in the Outer Banks to shoot some of our newly completed projects, including Hill Cottage, owned by our good friends Mara and Don. Along with the Lost Cottage and Dune House, we had been working on Hill Cottage for our friends, and it was so amazing to see it all finished.
you take pictures, you know? Ooh, Helen's doing it. That one? Throughout the years, as an interior designer and an author, as I've searched for understanding of how our environment affects us, it's become clear that the feeling of being free in the moment is more powerful when the landscape is awe-inspiring and we can't help but experience it. There are many natural environments that affect us in this way, but in beach life, I want to explore the biggest of them all, the sea. Styling for a photo shoot is intense and detail-oriented. Every little thing must be exactly as you want so that it evokes the proper emotion. My goal with the images that we shot for Beach Life was to capture that sort of unbridled, carefree, barefoot way of living that we all live at the beach. I wanted my readers to be able to open the book and experience that feeling. Helen and her assistant Nate, who also shot photos for the book, and all of the other photographers that we worked with during the shoots were just incredible, and I could not believe their talent for bringing out the beauty of the Outer Banks. Good job, bud. He's a very peaceful resting face. You know, some people have like, wet resting face. He's always like, oh. You were like that when you were a baby, and then you spoke. I styled Hill Cottage up with accessories and food and the fresh foraged branches from the Lost Cottage and brought the family over to enjoy the shoot. Photo shoots are generally insane because you are trying to get as many images as you can in a day, but they are also incredibly rewarding because you finally see what you had in your head the entire time and you get to save it for posterity on paper. I'll have to ask Mara and Dawn if we could do a full house tour of Hill Cottage sometime this summer to share with you. As April crept on, Dave and I looked at our impending date of June and the summer season to get Dune House on the rental market. We realized that things were not turning out the way we'd planned them. Post-COVID construction prices were much higher than they had once been, and we had blown our original budget. The market had also gone up, so we decided we would sell Dune House instead of renting it out. We knew that the housing market would drop in the Outer Banks in the fall, and so we were doing everything we could to get it on as early as possible in the summer.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me.
Construction is crazy and messy and dirty and quite stressful when you're going over budget and you're completely blowing your timeline. So I found that being near the water, being on the ocean, on the sound, really calmed me in these crazy times. We are headed over to Dune House to go and check on progress. The hardwood flooring is being installed now, and I cannot wait to see it. It's from my new collection with Wildgrain, right? So this is the first time I've seen this stain in person. My cousins were visiting, and I was really excited to show them the progress at Dune House. They look pretty.
Beautiful.
They're so good.
Yeah, oh, I love the room.
So this used to be stairs here when you walked in. Huge stairs.
So cool.
This was not, we added the loft.
Nice.
There used to be like
I
mezzanines.
like that.
And so now
You
it'll
could
be,
do even a couple pull-outs up here if you wanted to.
yeah. The floor install had begun and the color was just perfect with the existing juniper woodwork. As the weeks ticked on, I was excited about all of the beautiful progress at Dune House, but also kind of freaking out inside as we missed date after date to get the house on the market. We pushed back the photo shoot multiple times and pushed back the market date multiple times. And I just saw all of those dollar signs adding up, and it was a scary time. When we took on this project, we knew it was a stretch. We knew that it was the biggest financial risk we had ever undertaken. We knew we had to nail everything, including the timeline and the budget, in order to make this thing work. We were now at the point where we realized we had nailed none of it, and reality was setting in. At times like this, I try to compartmentalize to get through it, and I also try to remind myself that these things are happening for a reason and that in some way I can get better or grow from it.
What should we name him?
Gilly.
Gilly?
Yeah.
Let's think of our other animals and maybe
Story love. Story love. Story love.
We already had a story.
And we're not gonna throw it away.
No, we're gonna put it in the beach cabin.
Awesome. Getting ready for drywall.
Let's go.
Pretty tile. We had hit the end of the summer and we're down to the wire with no more time left. We're not even close, like, literally.
What do you mean? This is ready for furniture.
We literally have less than 48 hours before furniture comes to get all this done. Starting a new document, Dune House Urgent. Get everyone to stop painting downstairs, come inside and paint inside. Hang drywall and mud everywhere, sand and paint. I mean, that's the huge thing. They've got to be able to do that before Wednesday. Do we even have paint is the next question. Okay, so you and I probably have to go get paint today, which is fine. We'll do whatever we gotta do. The other urgent thing is we need to sand the great room ceiling to fix all those mistakes. Every piece of direction is like so incredibly specific, and when it's not followed to a T, like it creates all these other things down the line. And that's kind of the issue here. 43 hours. We have 43 hours to do this. We thought drywall was going to be hung. I thought drywall was going to be done last week. Drywalled.
Started last week.
And sanded. Like I didn't expect that. I was like, oh great, like they're painting now. So I thought drywall was in. This is not the state that I was expecting from what we thought was going to happen. So,
we all started using chicken really bad.
The inspector.
when is that happening?
Oh, no, that's
What do you mean?
that's not for like another.
So we're not getting HVAC before install either?
No.
Why?
HVAC is a separate permit. It's not the same thing.
All right, so in here, the main thing is drywalling. I was freaking out. We were out of time and had guys coming down from Virginia with a truck full of furniture to move into a house that had no air conditioning and no running water and no drywall.
Is this room getting
Yeah, drywall.
drywalled?
But sometimes all you can do is laugh and get to work. I met with all the guys on site and gave them marching orders for all of the things that needed to be done and in what order.
Oh my gosh. This is like a total before and after. It's 24 hours. They can't believe it. We've got it done. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I love that room. Oh my God.
The team came through and worked some miracles for us. They stayed late and really pulled a lot of the house together. Though the kitchen and the bathrooms were not done, we were getting close to being able to move furniture in. The sale of the house and the photo shoot would both be delayed, but at least we didn't have to delay our furniture delivery another time because it was September and school was starting and we could not come back to the Outer Banks. I was so thankful to the construction team for pulling it together like this last minute.
Also urgent was getting a driveway in time for the install the next day, as you are not allowed to park on the street. I always find it so incredibly satisfying to pull up all of the construction mess and to sweep up the floors. This is when you really start to see what a house looks like.
It worked out.
There you go.
As difficult as it is to coordinate and pay for investment properties, there is so much joy in the outcome.
You know what would make that rug perfect? If it were washable.
He's making fun of me because I'm so excited that this rug is machine washable. I'm kind of losing my mind. Isn't it pretty? They are super affordable, gorgeous, soft, machine washable, and so excited. They're not all machine washable. This one happens to be. So pumped. If we do a line of trees there, you'll know that's not your land. You'll know which property is which. And then you'll block off sort of this construction zone from the other house from these people, so it's like really nice. Don't you think? And then just gravel all that, make it clean and pretty, landscape all down here. What do you think?
What if I said no?
I'd say we're doing it anyways. But what do you think?
No, for sure.
Makes sense, right?
Yep.
Where can we get trees around here? Like all these junipers seem to do really well right here. Like they get big, so maybe it's just a row of juniper. But we gotta get water on it. Like a lot of water on it.
Can I climb it up though?
All right, we're here at Dune House today, and it's day one of the furniture install. House is not ready, but here we go. Look at this one. See, that's gonna go up there and put dining room.
We went back down to Dune House for the photo shoot in October when it was finally finished. We put Dune House on the market, where it was on for only 2 days before we had to take it off of the market because a builder had gone by our open house and called the county saying that we had too many beds in our bunk bedroom to accommodate our new septic tank. And though our architectural plans had been approved by the town, it didn't matter, and we had to take the house off the market, uninstall our new septic tank, and buy another one for $75,000 that would take 10 months to install, causing us to miss, yet again, another summer market. I began having trouble sleeping and would wake up with heart palpitations from all of the stress and worry, and as much as I told myself that everything would be okay, I just didn't feel that way inside of my body. I prayed a lot, not exactly about what I wanted to happen, but about the way I wanted to feel inside. I just wanted to feel okay in the midst of this chaos and fear. I had known all along that we were undertaking one of our biggest risks yet. And though it's not always easy, not always fun, I'm grateful for every opportunity we get to save an old house. In a crazy turn of events in the off-season, when hardly anything moves down in the Outer Banks, our additional lot sold, and we were able to keep Dune House as an investment property.
While all along we were losing sleep about the delays, it turns out in the end that those delays worked out better for us than we ever could have imagined. This could easily be a be careful what you wish for story, but I don't see it that way. Life takes its twists and turns that we can't always understand, but we go through what's needed to make us who we're meant to be. We grow in the hard times, seeking to reach the sunlight from under the rocks. Despite the seemingly never-ending setbacks and stress that plagued this project, every time I entered Dune House and looked out at that water through the glass, I was given a bit of peace. I'd step through the construction mess, knowing we were months behind and missing the summer market, but then walk out one of the many sliding doors and just breathe in the ocean. It is so loud there because you're so close to it. Right on the dune, the sea just fills up your soul. The ocean would continue to remind me to be grateful for this opportunity when I myself forgot.
Hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. The feeling is all gone. The feeling is all gone. If I could take you back to my youth and show you what I wish I knew. My will is strong with a place to lean. In the moment I hung desperately. The other ring on my wrist is gold, pairing with the light it holds. When I return from my skin and bones, I'm remembering the words you told me. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone.
When Dune House isn't occupied, we now have a big, fun place to go stay at right on the water. The kids love visiting Dune House, where they aren't all 5 in the same bedroom. Meals are easy to prepare there in the large kitchen, and we're able to entertain with our family and friends really easily. We still love our little lost cottage, however. The situation of Dune House itself has been a real learning experience for me. I didn't handle it internally the way I would have wanted to, and some strange part of me has almost asked for a do-over. When hard things come up, I now remind myself of how I felt during Dune House, how I lost sleep, how hard it was, and how I don't want to let myself go there again. And it's been an incredible tool for me to use now.
Here is Dune House.
I shared the full story of Dune House and all of the other lost cottages we renovated in my book, Beach Life, available in bookstores.
Although this one really put us through the ringer, my love for old houses runs deep and I cannot stop with them. We have moved on to our next lost cottage and we'll be sharing it with you in the coming episodes. And you might be happy to know that I've been sleeping soundly again.